Yeah. What's up? What's good? What's happening? Welcome to the King M.E show. Is the thing synced? Is our video right? Video looks good. All right. I'm one half of this thing, King, y'all.
Hey, y'all. It's me, Michelle. How y'all doing?
And we back live. And we here at the King M.E show attempt to offer a real outlook on a healthy relationship. Real being relatable,
entertaining,
accountable,
and loving.
We were not live last week because your boy was dealing with a nasty head congestion, and I sounded like Papa Smurf from the Smurfs, if y'all know who the Smurfs are. I sounded bad.
And let's be fair, I had an endoscopy earlier that day too, and my throat was a little bit sore and my voice was a little bit raspy too.
Raspy. But we are here live, and we're doing a giveaway today. So let's get this out the way because we're going to announce it twice on how to enter, which is going to require y'all to do some work. So we have a website. We have a newsletter. If you go to thekingandmeshow.com, somewhere on that website, you will see sign up for our newsletter.
Yes.
If your name and your email address, because you have to have an email address, is in that newsletter by 7:40 today, so 7:40 p.m. Eastern, so in about 40 minutes, you will be eligible for our first drawing, and we are giving away an Amazon gift card. And we're going to wait to tell you what the amount is.
Yes.
But it ain't going to be no small amount. It ain't going to be no.
Ooh.
I'm from Alabama. Excuse my English if you are new to our stuff. So if you want to be a part of the drawing, sign up for our newsletter by going to thekingandmeshow.com. Find where it says sign up for a newsletter, put your email in, and one lucky person is going to win an Amazon drawing at the end of this live stream. So
that's so awesome.
That is how that is going to go down. And we're going to do that every so often. It's a way to market our website, get y'all to check it out, but also give back to the people that support us. I have an announcement to make. Madison, if you are out there watching from Canada, we sent you an email.
Oh, Madison. Oh, wait, what? Oh my gosh, I just cracked my head and that felt so good. Oh my God.
You about to turn 40 and realize that sometimes just laughing too hard is going to cause things to crack.
Oh, it felt so good. It felt so good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad.
I like it.
My bad.
Madison, I understand that you have some stuff going on.
Yes.
But we did email you back. Let us know if that date and time can work out.
Please and thank you.
Because y'all know we got viewers from everywhere.
We're internationally known.
Internationally known. So today's episode is going to be a continuation of one of our last live streams that it had
last one.
A lot of nuggets in there.
Oh, so many nuggets. It was such a good episode. I feel like I'm your background singer today.
And it was about the art of listening, really, and how a lack of listening or being misheard in a relationship can really derail a relationship. And there was a video that I would have liked to have presented and ready, but I forgot it until just now.
It's okay.
But we can role play. We can do a little bit of role play. Not that kind of, not the PG-13 version of role playing that we're going to do to showcase like what that sounds like.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Tell me just in general, babe. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. The endoscopy was what it was. You know, the results were what they were. I'm just gonna have to work through it. It's gonna be a season of change, but I'm grateful. I have my man by my side and the Lord guiding me through. I'll be fine.
How do you feel about us?
Oh, I love you. I feel great.
You feel great?
Yes.
That's it? Just great?
Grateful.
See,
Happy.
all the stuff that I do for you and all you do is feel great.
Okay, fine. Since it's, Valentine's Day did just pass, let me pour my sappiness out in my love for you. So I am
Pause. I was intentionally gaslighting you.
Oh, I was about to say, because I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I got words.
No, that was.
I'm good. I'm poetic.
See, I'm so good at role playing, you didn't even know that I was role playing.
Oh, snap. I didn't realize the role play had started.
Yes, ma'am.
Oops, my bad.
It's all good.
Okay.
So what I was trying to do was I was trying to gaslight you intentionally.
Okay.
To get you to say something, and I was going to completely flip the script because it would have been an example of me not listening to what you said.
Okay, well, ask me again. I'll do it again. I'll do better. Go ahead.
Let me just jump right into it. Think about the last time that you got gaslit. How did you feel?
You mean Friday?
Let me think about Friday.
It wasn't with you.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the last time you gaslit me?
No, just in general. The last time that you got gaslit, how'd you feel?
Not good. Not good at all. Like, the whole premise of gaslighting someone is to try to invalidate their feelings, their thoughts, their recollection of a particular matter. And it's not good. It's not a good feeling at all.
You got a question over on the King M.E's Facebook or YouTube channel. Paul Bennett said, "Happy belated Valentine's Day. Are you for or against?" My position is I'm against Valentine's Day.
I was going to say, Paul, have you met him? Have you met him, Paul? He is so anti-Valentine's Day.
How about you?
So anti-Valentine's Day. I hate to sound cliche, but I kind of feel like if you give that love to a person 364 other days, you don't need that one day to be special. I look at it from a business perspective. Hey, it's great. If you're asking the business teacher how I feel about Valentine's Day, it's a great day. It does what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make people money. It makes restaurants money. It makes Hallmark and other card companies money. It helps drive up chocolate sales. It does all the things that it's supposed to do from a financial standpoint. So from that end, I'm all for it. As far as, someone who's in a relationship that I'm grateful for, just like, it was a regular day. Like, it just so happened that you were sick, but our plans anyway were to stay at home because I didn't want to be out and deal with any of that commercialism that was happening. If I wanted to go out, the restaurant I would have wanted to go to would have been packed and like filled with all these people. And I'm just like, no, I wanted to stay home. Like, my goal for us that day, regardless of how you were feeling, was to stay home and just watch TV. So I'm not for all of that. I'm not for all of that any time of year, but hey.
Yeah, I'm against the commercialization of feelings in general.
Yeah, like I'm not for it. I'm not for it. Paul did ask a question based on what I said. He said, "How do I feel about anniversaries?" Anniversaries are different. I feel for us in our anniversary, my thing is our first date wasn't a dinner type thing. So I'm not let's go out to dinner to celebrate whatever we're doing. I want to do something adventurous. I want to do something that involves us having to sign a waiver. And I want to do something that we haven't done any other time of year, because that's how I want to celebrate another year that we have come along.
I think that for me, it's about understanding and celebrating milestones. I'm big on milestones. I think that if you can get to where you can have an anniversary with somebody, then there's two things that you should be grateful for. A, you should be grateful for your health to be able to live, to make it to that type of a milestone with somebody. And B, that person, if y'all are happy, that y'all are happy that y'all are together and happy. Because I don't understand the people that they do it out of obligation. It's like, well, that's my wife, so I should take her out. But like, y'all are literally knocking on divorces or a separation of that relationship's doorstep. That doesn't make sense to me. If you feel like you have to do something out of obligation, but if y'all are happy with each other
Mm-hmm.
and your anniversary comes up, then doing something like that for an anniversary in celebration of the milestone, I fully support that.
Can you pull up all of that comment while I answer the rest of Paul's question?
Yes.
So, Paul, you said, like, I get it. We don't exchange gifts on our anniversary either. So when the anniversary comes up, we're not gift givers for that. We're experience givers. So something that we also said that we were going to transition to in 2026 was not giving a gift for anything, but given experiences in general. So when our anniversary rolls around, we don't give gifts to one another. We do something that requires a waiver. Like, that's our thing. Our first anniversary, we went to the gun range. Our second anniversary, we did this thing called Sip and Develop. So we took pictures and then we got to develop the pictures ourselves. What did we do this past anniversary?
We didn't go out.
We just stayed home.
I think we stayed home.
That's even better. We stayed home. We can go out the other day, so it is what it is, and I'm fine with it. Oh, we went through all that and then lost the comment.
I got it.
I'm sorry.
It was on YouTube. Nairuro, with a bunch of letters and numbers, said, "My girlfriend is angry with me that I met a girl who I used to find hot in college.
Mm-hmm.
We hung out in a group of 4 after her birthday got over for an hour, then went home. I feel like she's overreacting," I think was the end of it.
Okay.
So let's see.
So you did that on Valentine's Day?
Right here. I feel like she is overreacting a bit.
Okay. I don't know. Like, I understand that people want to be together on that day because it's a day that we have deemed it's a day for love. I understand that. Again, I wanted to be with him. So I can see why someone may feel some type of way if you weren't with them, but like you were with other people on that particular day.
She is overreacting.
But I knew he was also going to say that. So I was fine with my stance because, the day after. So then what's the problem?
Then, yeah, exactly. So I changed my answer slightly if it was on Valentine's Day, but you just said that it was the day after. Yeah, she's overreacted, man. Look, how hot was the girl?
No. All right. So here's the real mature question. Did you two say that, February 14th is the day that we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day? Or did you say February 15th is the day that we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day? Because wherever you put the emphasis, then that's the day that matters, I guess. And that's the day that it's more like, okay, I can kind of understand where she's coming from. But if you put an emphasis on Saturday the 14th, then I don't see what the issue was with you hanging out with a friend on the 15th.
Also, I'm going to make an inference. I think inference is the right word. I'm going to make an assumption.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that you are probably college age and that the lady that is overreacting is probably under the age of 25. So I don't think anybody over the age of 25 might come back and respond that way. Shout out to my pops. My dad's in the building, said, "Y'all went to the gun range. Guess that's better than going crow shooting." Is that what they do down in Mississippi?
Yeah,
crow shooting?
We'll do that up here.
That sounds that's some very country stuff right there.
Country. Yeah, like we do fun stuff. We believe in adventures. No, she is not bothered about Valentine's Day. She just doesn't like that I hung out with that girl because she has also seen me liking her pictures on Instagram.
Oh,
that sounds like a maturity issue.
Yeah. Hey, man, take it from me. I don't think you could find many people that would support. Like, he's like, oh, well, let me think about this. I have to think about this.
You think about that. I'm going to pull a question because we're actually going to do Let's Get Deep. It's been so long since we've done it. The thing is dusty, but we're going to pull a Let's Get Deep. So you go ahead and answer that.
So what types of pictures are you liking? Like, man, see, this is tough because, Michelle, I have friends of the opposite gender, and I support my friends of the opposite gender and things that they're doing and stuff through social media. So if they're sharing themselves on vacation with their man or whatever, I'll like it. I'll put some fire emojis or, things like that. Would you feel different if it was like somebody of the opposite gender who I knew and it was a picture of them in a bikini at a beach?
No. So I guess I'm different in that sense. I look at it more of a respecting. Like, do you respect me and the relationship that we're in? You liking someone's picture on the beach?
I was wrong about the age.
I figured
32.
too. Yeah.
Huh.
You liking someone's picture who's on the beach? Okay. That's different than you sliding up in their inbox. That's different than them sliding in your inbox. Those are things that I would have a concern with. But you liking their picture? It's a picture.
One final thing to kind of close that out. One of the hard rules that I had with being in a relationship with Michelle, and not just with her, but with anybody, jealousy. I'm not somebody that really understands jealousy or what it means to be jealous like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to like whatever, right? And I know that if we're connected to each other like on Instagram, you can see the stuff that like I like or whatnot. If you were to have an issue with that because of it just being a woman, I can't be in a relationship with somebody that feels that way. And but hear me, there's a real big difference in if I'm going around and I'm liking every big booty whoever on Instagram all of the time. To me, that's mad disrespectful for the relationship that her and I agreed to have. Right? That's a complete difference than it's somebody who I know, and we've had a relationship in the past, but I'm supporting that person. Big difference.
Remember when we first got together and you would tell me, look, if you ever see my Instagram feed, it's going to be a whole bunch of this, but
Yes.
like, don't think anything of it, because the reality is if you like something that's not a friend or something like that, your feed, the algorithm is going to continue to push that type of material to you all the time. If they're outside of your friend circle, they will continue to push that type of material. So if you're scrolling through someone's socials, which I wouldn't recommend you doing, going through someone's privacy like that. But if you're scrolling and you're seeing like their news feed is populated on, centralized on one thing, and it is a whole bunch of half naked women, then yes, that is something for you to feel some type of way about. Same thing if it were the other way around, if it was a bunch of half naked men. But if it is a friend's post, that's different. Like, I'm friends with an ex of yours. When was she? High school?
High school, yeah.
Yeah. She's like my sister. Like, I'm closer to her than he's closer to her right
True.
now. I done stole her as a friend. You like her stuff on social media? Okay, that when you like it, that tells me that it's there, and I'm like, oh, let me go, gush over it. I don't feel any type of way about that.
Okay. Paul said, no likes. I seldom follow any women, even family members who would post bathing suit pics. Just awkward.
I get that. I respect that too.
Let me see if we got anybody on WTF Nation Radio. And while we do that, no comments over there. All right.
Okay.
Pull the question.
All right. So I pulled a question because I didn't like the first one. So I pulled the second one.
Okay.
This one says, what's one thing you think everyone should experience at least once and why? So for those of you who are new, back when we first started this show, we used to read a question every week from Let's Get Deep. They have 3 categories. What is it? Icebreaker, deep, and deeper. I chose the deeper end to pull from. These are great questions to ask when you're just getting to know someone, if you're at a party or anything like that. And you are so welcome. You're so welcome. But you got to answer this for us too. What's one thing you think everyone should experience at least once and why?
Okay. It just popped up in my head as soon as you asked it. I hate that word asked. Asked.
I knew you were going to say something.
Anyway,
go ahead.
I think everybody should experience getting their heart broken one time in their life. Yes.
Okay, tell me why. Tell us why. Sorry, tell us why.
Because I think that oftentimes you'll overextend yourself in a relationship because you want it to work so bad that you overextend yourself. You end up letting a lot of things slide, and people that get their heart broken sometimes don't set boundaries. But I think that if you have boundaries and you understand fully what it means to respect yourself, that if you were to wake up, or whoever, just the opposite person were to wake up and just say, I don't want to be with you anymore, if you knew what that stuff was, it wouldn't necessarily be a heartbreak for you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had to deal with a heartbreak, then chances are it's because you didn't have boundaries and you didn't have respect for yourself and you overextended yourself in this relationship, which you shouldn't have. So that'll teach you how to set those boundaries.
Okay. I won't disagree with that. I will say, well, I'll ask this question before I give my feedback. At what age do you think, by what age do you think a person should experience their first heartbreak?
After the age of 16, before 25.
Okay. All right. I like that range. So the thing that I was going to say is I understand exactly what you're saying. The 2 relationships before you that ended, I cried when they ended. And one of them I cried because he and I were living together. The other one I cried because they were both 2 years of my life, and it was just going to be different to start over. Not scary, but different. I had my heart broken before, so I was okay with that. So I like that. Between 16 and 25, you should have your heart broken at least once. Okay. For me to answer that question, what's one thing I think everyone should experience at least once and why? I would say international travel. You should travel at least once internationally so that you can experience culture outside of your own home culture.
That.
So something that requires a passport. And I'm not even trying to be...
That person just, they said the same thing.
Yes. But they said solo. Yes. You know what? It's funny that you said solo because I was going to say solo, but I didn't. I kept it at that, but you're right with solo. But I say international, something that requires a passport. And the reason why I say that is because we all, regardless of what your home country is, we all have a belief that, our country just does so many things so right. And you should go out and experience how other countries do different things. Even if it's something as simple as you're in the US and you go to Canada, or you're in the US and you go to Mexico. You're in the US and you go to one of the islands. So obviously, not the US Virgin Islands, but like something else. You go somewhere that requires a passport. In Europe, it's significantly easier because all of the countries are connected to one another, but you should definitely travel internationally. Go out, explore, and see something other than your home country. I am a big believer of seeing more than the 4 walls of your zip code, I like to say. But however, you, Nero, adding in that solo part, chef's kiss. Definitely. Solo travel will have you realizing that the world is so much more than what you think it is, and it allows you to go out and really find yourself. Like you're traveling, you're in this new country, and you have to figure out who you are as a person, and I love that for everyone. So I love that answer. Thank you so much.
All right, so in about 20 minutes, we're going to do our drawing. Again, how are you eligible to get this Amazon gift card?
Yes, tell us, King.
Go to thekingandmeshow.com.
Kingandmeshow.com.
It is in the description, from another device, whatever. Type it in the URL. Subscribe to our newsletter or sign up for our newsletter. It says it one way on there, some way.
Yes, do that.
Put in your email.
Yes.
And in about 20 or so odd minutes, we are going to do a drawing for an Amazon gift card. And we won't say what the amount is, but you will be happy.
You'll get it and it'll go to your email account. So we're saying Amazon gift card because I have found out from doing my own raffles this month that you can instantly email someone an Amazon gift card. It arrives to them within an hour. You open up the email from Amazon and then bam, you're able to get that.
Now, for this topic, you talked about how somebody recently hit you up, and one of the things that you in your kind of head was like, this is why this couldn't work, was that person's communication style. Try to think about this. Let's say you had conceded and try to make it work.
Yeah.
What do you think would have been the reason why it wouldn't have worked?
That's so hard. Like, all right, let me ask you a clarifying question.
Okay.
So this person and I have been friends for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
At which phase or which part of those 25 years did we actually try to give the relationship a try?
And you're adult, so later in life, more recent, now that you've gotten a little bit
So somewhere
older.
in the 20-year range mark of us knowing each other?
Yes.
Oh, that would have been so brutal because it was in my 30s that I realized just how important communication is to me and how much I need to be able to effectively talk to someone and be able to express myself through words with someone else. And like, I love this person. Like, I truly, truly do love this person as a friend. But I don't think that's in his nature to communicate the way that I do. Like, I literally do not think that that is something that he's capable of doing. And it would break my heart because I think it would come to an end. It would bring an end to our relationship. Like, I think if we had had a relationship, it would have ended badly, especially now at this age when I'm really starting to discover who I am.
Do you think that there's a way that you can understand that, they can understand that, and that maybe y'all could come together to find some kind of common ground if you really wanted to make it work?
I think, oh yeah, 100% he would have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's possible.
So I do as well, but I think that both parties have to acknowledge that.
Yep.
For that to be able to work, and you will need a third party to come in and figure out how y'all can kind of get that there. I don't think that just you two doing it by yourself can get you to that point. So I was just kind of curious about that. And we do have a question, and you know what? This is good. So
I love it.
This is a great question.
I'll read it. Nero said, do you think it's difficult to make close friends after college and also maintain a good friend group or make new close friends beyond the age of 30? Go ahead. You go first. Because I can tell you're ready. So go ahead.
Actually, I really want to know what you had to say first.
I think it's possible, but it requires a level of intentionality. I think over the age of 30, you know more about who you are. You know more about your likes and your dislikes. And you spent at least 30 years getting to know you. And we can assume that if you're 30, the last 12 years you did so in adulthood. An adult you has seen a different perspective of the world. And you are fully able to make more friends. However, I think the issue that people run into is that the friends that they make in their 30s are often so different, stark contrast from the people that they knew when they were teenagers, and they try to juggle both of those sets of friends, or even sometimes introduce those two sets of friends to one another. And there's a clash because people who knew you when will always see you in that light. They will never see you in the new light that you are. And your friends that you make in your 30s and beyond will only know this adult, beautiful version of you. They don't know the old you. So the friends that you meet now, they hold you in high esteem because they know adult you, mature you, sophisticated you, accomplished things you. Whereas your friends from your teens and your younger years, that's not who they know. They know this clumsy kid who, probably had all the acne and, all this other stuff. And that's who they hold on to. And not to say one version is right or wrong, but to say that one version is a little bit more mature than the other one. And people are going to hold on to that. So if you were the most effective way to make friends in your 30s is to be willing to let go of who you believed you were when you were before 30.
Okay, not where I thought you were going to go.
What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know. That's why I was curious to know what you were going to say.
Go ahead.
So to your question, yes, I think that it is difficult, and it's difficult to make friends after 30 for a lot of reasons. Let's take why we have this relationship, this live stream that we do. So if you're new, the King M.E show, we talk primarily about modern dating and relationships. Part of that is how can you give yourself time to some new friends when, let's say, you have a marriage or a long-term relationship that you're trying to make work, and you have a job. Let's say you're over the age of 30 and you also have kids. you have these different time commitments and things that are going to get your attention, that how you kind of cultivate those new friends past the age of 30, you're going to have to find something that you are common with that you can use to kind of keep that thing, and you can build on that. One of my closest friends that I've met since I moved here.
Sorry, he's not from, so we live in Maryland.
In Maryland.
He's not from Maryland. He's from Alabama. So he means here as in Maryland.
I moved from Kansas to Maryland for a job working for the federal workforce. And where I live, they have this thing called Frederick Social Sports. And when I was younger and in shape, I was still trying to play football and flag football and even full contact pass football. But I met this guy named Jack. I'm 42, about to be 42.
Yeah.
Jack's close to 50. And I joined one of his flag football teams in a completely different state. But football and just common man stuff, like that's kind of what helped him and I kind of stay friends.
Yeah.
And we, there was a word that you used about intentionality. We use the intentionality that while he lives a whole hour away and he's a father now and, you know, a husband, we try to every so often, once a quarter, even though we've been bad about it, link up, maybe go hiking somewhere, grab a bite to eat during the football season and watch a football game.
Yeah.
And like, I look forward to that kind of stuff, and it's difficult for us to do, being that we don't live that close to each other, but that is one of my closest homies. We might see each other twice a year, but we do check in and stuff from time to time. But after the age of 30, you got all those other things: family, fatherhood, your relationships, just things that are going to compete for your time, that it is difficult, but it's not impossible.
Right. It's not impossible. It is going to be different. Like you said, an hour, like you and Jack are an hour apart. I'm an hour apart from one of my closest female friends. Like it's different. When you're in your 30s and you meet someone, you understand that life is going to take both of y'all in different places. And you try to extend grace in that whole friendship category. So like his ex that I was talking about that, you know, he dated in high school that I'm really close with, she's a mother, she is a wife, she is an educator. Sis is busy. Like she's really, really busy. But when we do make time to communicate with one another, it's like time hasn't skipped a beat at all. Like we haven't missed any time together. And I'm appreciative of that. And I think that when you're in your 30s, you meet someone and you understand that more. And I think you can appreciate that more in your 30s. So it's a level of intentionality when it comes to making friends in your 30s.
It is rare, but the thing that I tell people is that if you do find somebody when you're over the age of 30 and you can have a genuine relationship with somebody, like you want to definitely keep those people around. Those are people that can end up being your road dogs. Like there's folks that I just hung out with a weekend or two weekends ago. And we aren't tight like that, but they just moved into a house and invited me to their, what's it called? A home, not homecoming. Housewarming. Thank you.
I'm also, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
baby.
So I was just going to say, you know, like whenever you do have those chances to just show up, when you're over the age of 30 and somebody invites you to something, show up.
I'm also a firm believer in the fact that two people should not be hanging out and all you're talking about are things that happened 20, 30 years ago. Like I think if you were sitting down to converse with someone and all y'all can do is talk about things that happened over a decade ago, it may be time to move on in your friend circle.
I'm only laughing because that's what me and some of my homies do. Like there's this thing called BlurredCon that's coming up. There's going to be a guy I hadn't seen in ages. And I know when we link up, we're going to talk about a lot of the stuff that we did, you know what I'm saying, back in the day.
But it's like, all right, so let me rephrase that. That's all y'all talk about. Like, I think...
I got what you said. You said it's all you talk about.
Yeah, if that's all you can converse about, then, it may be time to let that friendship go. Because there's no common bonding ground now. There's nothing that's keeping y'all together. Like, I'm a person who remembers dates and anniversaries, the good ones and the bad ones. So I reached out to a I'll say high school friend, but she's a childhood friend of mine. I reached out to her and, sent her love as she's having another anniversary or something that was really, really devastating for her. And she mentioned that, we should get together. And I'm like, definitely. And the reality is I haven't seen her in probably 9 years. I haven't seen her in person in about 9 years. And when I had seen her the last time, it wasn't, it was under good circumstances,
Okay.
but it was still a heavy situation. We, like, the time that we spent together years ago when we were children was so long ago, like it was before high school, that when we sit down, we do have to sit down as our grown-up selves and make the decision, hey, is this a friendship that we're going to actively carry out, or do you just know that on February 15th of every year, I'm going to send you a text message because I am very good about sending you a text message on this day. Like, we do have to make that decision. And I think that's something that happens as you get older.
You know what? We just
I like it.
because I like this question. So this one, how was your college life?
Oh.
How was your college life? Did you guys like it or had more fun in work life later? And then Pete said something, which let me just address the first question. I was in the military, so
Yeah,
I enlisted.
his is gonna be different than mine.
I enlisted into the military and was active duty from 18 to about 27-ish. So a good bit of my college age years was active duty in the military. A lot of those people that I met, I am still really good friends with to this day. Some I even call family, right?
Yeah.
So that was my experience. It had its ups and downs like most things will, but for the most part, I wouldn't trade that time away for anything.
So I had the other college experience. I started my first 2 years of college. I went to Bowie State University, an HBCU here in Maryland, the first HBCU in the state of Maryland. I went there. I lived on campus for 2 years, and let me tell you, I partied them 2 years. So, those people, I am still, like, we're still social media connected. Do we get together and hang out? No, because I didn't stay there my entire time. I was just there partying for 2 years. So we're still social media connected. It's amazing to see how some of them have like grown and matured, and to look at them in their spousal era and their parenthood era. It's really nice to admire. And then I went to Morgan State, so another HBCU in Maryland, and that's where I graduated from, and I kind of had to restart the whole time. But that was 4 years off campus. I'm going to be honest, I didn't make any friends. I made people who are still considered acquaintances now, and I don't talk to them as much. I'm social media connected, but it's not even a lie. It's a handful. I'm going to say probably like 2 or 3, and one of them I'm connected to her on LinkedIn. So that just tells you how close we are. Like, we're connected on the professional connection network. We're not that close. I look at those relationships as they were great in college. And I do believe, because I want to say I understand the path that you're going down. Some people believe that in college, that is where you're going to make the best relationships, the relationships that will last you a lifetime. I don't think I went into college with that mindset. And because I didn't go into college with that mindset, that is exactly what did not happen to me. Some people I didn't come from a family that had gone to college and could really tell me about that. So if I had, I think a parent or someone would have said to me, Michelle, when you go to college, these are the years where you're going to meet that friend that you're going to have for the rest of your life. You're going to talk to people who are going to be your bridesmaids and, all of that stuff. They're going to be the godparents of your children. I didn't go into college like that. I didn't go into high school like that. I went
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. Like, all jokes aside, it really is. I went into both high school and college saying, I already have a best friend. I'm not here to make a best friend. I'm here to do what I need to do and graduate. And people that I meet along the lines, I'm going to meet along the lines. But I went into both my high school experience and my collegiate experience not wanting to, like, not even having an open mind to be able to make friends, new lifetime friends. And because I didn't have that open mindset, I didn't meet any. But I think if you do, because you can, then you will.
Yeah, I mean, there are similarities whether it's military or college. If you know that and you think about that from that time that you are 18, 19 to mid 20s,
Yeah.
like you can form those bonds with those people and those bonds grow. Like life is going to take those people to different places. Like in the military, you do what's called a PCS, which is a permanent change of station. So you'll get stationed all over the world, and you'll go further apart, and people will get married and have relationships and do all these things. If you are in college, you'll get into the workforce and start doing things and going all of these different places.
Yeah.
But you still have those relationships with those people if you work towards it, that you bonded with in those years. That if you didn't get that in your 20s, then yeah, finding it in your 30s is going to be that much more difficult, because the other layer that I didn't say earlier, you're a little bit more established.
Yeah.
So then it's harder to kind of fit into that new thing with somebody that's already like established.
Shout out to Nero, because I apologize. Nero has me here doing all this introspective work and just really sitting here through therapy, because it never dawned on me that I entered every situation, every single environment that I stepped into. I entered saying, I already have a best friend. I'm not expecting to make any friends here. And I didn't. I did not walk away with that lifetime friendship. And I went to HBCUs. Like, that's the prime place for you to meet people that you're going to be friends with for the rest of your life. And I didn't walk into either. Like, I didn't walk into Bowie. I didn't walk into Morgan, my high school, even places of employment here. Like, once I moved to this county, I didn't step into anything with the expectation that, I would like to make a friend here. I would like to build a close relationship here, because I was like, I already have a friend. And I know that is explicitly what I said when I stepped into high school. I explicitly said that I'm not trying to make any new friends. I have a best friend. And what sucks is that friend and I are no longer friends.
Okay. Pivot. I want you to think about this. Since we've been here, like, there's a guy in the chat, Pete, Sparta HQ Network. He's a content creator as well. Go subscribe to his page. Talks about a myriad of things. Pete, I met through one of my good friends here that I met after I moved here for work. This person is a military veteran as well, and we like some similar things. And me and that person have created a really deep friendship over the last 10 plus years by having worked at the same job together, went through the same training, all of that jazz. Since then, he's introduced me to Pete. Pete's introduced me to Paul.
Yep.
We met the Harrises, who lives here in the same state, and they've invited us into their home. We don't get a chance to see them
that often.
Ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We met the McKenzies.
Yep. And I was just about to say them. They are the content creators from Dating to Marriage Support, who we met through YouTube.
Yep.
Only to find out that they didn't live that far down the road. Oh, and the guy, James, he's from Alabama, the same state that I'm from.
That's your cousin. Like, when I tell you that's his cousin, y'all. Not his cousin, but his cousin.
And me and him both support the football team. So, him and I, it's a bonding on that. And we'll check in from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like, really not that often, but when we do have the time, we'll connect, see how, everybody's doing and things like that. But I think once you get, past the age of 30 and you kind of start looking around and you really want to build that good network around you, it just, it takes time, and it does, take effort. And I've had some people that I thought was brothers that, because of various things, two people in particular that joined a fraternity, and we have been boys, invited each other up to each other's houses for Thanksgiving and things like that, just for things to turn around and go real sour real
fast.
bad. You know, life.
Yeah.
Great questions, because as he started, or he or she, shout out to you, Nero, started asking questions. I wasn't entirely. I really have to think about stuff myself to be able to address it. So thank you for the question. My bad. All right, we're getting close to our Amazon drawing here, and I've got to do some technical stuff on the background. But before I do, on WTF Nation Radio, we had the sports bar say, "What do you hear? What do you say? Looking for some advice. If your partner likes the WNBA, how fast should you end the relationship?"
Instantly. Instantly.
Hold on, but
Wait.
no, he's making fun of me. I support the WNBA. Shout out to the WNBA.
I'm kidding.
For the money that they don't make. I said it. It is what it is. So, final reminder, go to thekingandmeshow.com. Find where it says sign up for our newsletter or something like that. Matter of fact, right here, where it says dive deeper with us at thekingandmeshow.com. Let me go see what it looks like. I'm not going to be able to bring it up on the screen, but I am going to go there myself. thekingandmeshow.com. When you go there from a computer anyway, and it's not that much different from your browser on your cell phone, if you scroll down to, let's see, it's on here somewhere. Yeah.
There it is. Join the newsletter. Yeah.
Join the newsletter. You put in your email address and you hit the subscribe button. So I'm gonna stop it here right now.
All right, you do that and I'll talk.
Hey, there you go.
I got it.
Look at us.
So speaking of, look at us being aligned. The reason why I smiled is because I got a text message from your ex.
Is she watching the show?
I don't know if she's watching the show, but she was like, "You were on my mind," and I was like, "That's so funny. We were just talking about you." I'm grateful for friendships. I'm grateful for revelations, but I think, as with anything, you have to be able to enter any type of relationship. I forget what television show, book, or whatever I heard it, but when we think about relationship and friendship, they all end with the same word, ship. And ships work best when they move. So there's going to be a level of movement. There's a level of evolution that has to occur in every single relationship. And you just have to be willing to put in that work, put in that movement that goes along with it. Nothing is ever going to be perfect, but you just have to be open. That mindset that we try to tell kids to have, that not yet mentality, to not give up, to go into everything with an open mind so that you can receive the best. That's what you have to do when it comes into any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it is romantic, whatever it may be. You have to have an open mind, and you have to be willing to grow, be willing to learn as time goes on, and be willing to evolve. Like, one of the things I said to King is that it frustrates me when people who have been friends for, and this is an internal thing, it's nothing that anyone else has any control over. When people have been friends for decades and decades and decades, and all they do is talk about the things that happened all those decades ago, I'm just like, okay, y'all need to build a friendship on common ground so that you can stop talking about that stuff. There is no reason why I should be, as an almost 40-year-old woman, having a conversation with another 40-year-old person, gender notwithstanding, and all we're talking about are things that we used to do in high school. Like, at some point, you just got to let that go. You really do have to let that go and build your friendship on the things that are current. I think for some people, I think we hold on to some relationships because we've invested so much time, and we go with that sunken cost fallacy, that because we've invested so much time, because we've invested so much care and emotion, that we should continue a friendship. And the reality is, some friendships, just like, anything else, they reach their expiry date, and we need to give grace for the expiration date to come and go. And if all you're talking about with your friend is what y'all used to do 20, 30 years ago, it may be time to find people who were where you are currently. Not worrying about, how many friends you have, but the sincere depth of those friendships. And I think that that's something that is very important that we should take into consideration as we're looking at friendships, as we're looking at relationships in general. Not saying in any relationship, whether it be platonic, whether it be romantic, just because there are many, many years invested. Are they good years? What is the quality? Let us look at quality of our relationships and not just quantity of the amount of years that we spent with them. What's the quality of those relationships? Are you ready? Because I can go really, 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 really long time.
I kind of am ready. There's a comment if you want to grab your phone and
yes,
be able to read
it said
that.
it was from Paul. He said that he disagrees. Hold on, let me get the exact verbiage. Honestly, I disagree with that, and this little heart thingy is getting on my nerves. Some of those old conversations are beneficial, but allow for new friendships. You're not wrong, Paul. I do not disagree with you. Actually, there's seldom times where I ever disagree with you. You're not wrong. What I'm saying is, if that's the only thing you talk about, and the reason why I say that, and it's not about King, I think of, and I'll just call a spade. I have an ex who is a member of a fraternity, and that's all he talks about. That's all he talks about. Like, there seems to be no room for any new conversation, and specifically holds on to events that happened a really long time ago, and that's all that he seems to focus on. And that is where I have a problem. If that is all you talk about, when you reconnect with someone that you haven't seen in years and you all relive the past, okay, that's what you're supposed to do. But if that's all that you talk about, so you talk to this person, I don't know, via text message a couple of times a week or a couple of times a month, and all you all are talking about are the things that happened 15, 20, 30 years ago, it doesn't seem like there's any growth in that relationship. And it may not necessarily be a relationship that needs to continue because all y'all are talking about are things from decades ago. But if you haven't seen this person, like you said, for BlurCon, you haven't seen this person in decades, so you all are talking about the things that were familiar to you decades ago, then that's totally different.
All right.
Are you ready? Because again, I can go.
Yes. Back in the day,
when I was young and didn't know any good.
All right.
He put the words in there.
Yes, that's why I was reading it.
I know, but I'm saying you didn't have to hum it because he put the words in there.
I didn't have time to read it. Back in the day
when I was young and not a kid anymore.
Man. All right, y'all. So here we are. I was trying not to show everybody's information for the drawing. So I had to have a cutoff time because I have to download the names. Mm-hmm. So if you were not a part of our drawing for today because you didn't get the opportunity to go in there, go ahead and join so that when we have our drawing for the next time, you are eligible. But we're giving away a $50 Amazon gift card.
Ooh.
And I can't show it here because I don't want to put everybody's information out there, but I am going to pick a winner from our list of people that have subscribed to our newsletter. Mm-hmm. And it is doing the thing. It's doing the thing. And shout out to Williams DeMilo. We'll just say that much. Williams DeMilo. So we're going to send an email to this person, and I'm going to take a picture of it on my phone and post it on our YouTube channel with their email address blanked out.
Yeah.
And get in contact with this person to get them their Amazon gift card. Mm-hmm. They're going to have 4 days to respond, and if not, we'll pick another winner. Should I do it now or do it later?
4 days to respond about what?
For them to claim it and be aware that, because like if people put in like a dummy email address or they don't change it, I just don't want $40 sitting out there. So they have 40 days to claim it. If not,
4 days.
For 4 days. What I say, 40?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to do like Maxine Waters and reclaim my money. So, subscribe to the newsletter because if this person don't claim it within 4 days, we doing another drawing to get those $50 back out there on Amazon. Who wouldn't want $50? All right. So we did not get on topic today.
Not a single thing, but that's okay.
But that's okay. It was still fun.
Yeah.
The reason why we do it live is we like the interaction between the people that watch our show and things like that. Now, if you are new to our show, this is the King and Me Show. I'm King, a U.S. Air Force veteran.
I'm Michelle. I am a high school business teacher.
And we are live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. We also put out clips from our live stream. So if you don't have time to watch us in our long form content, be sure to follow the King and Me Show clips on YouTube primarily. But we also put out our clips on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and things like that. So if you look up the King and Me Show, you'll find us on other platforms as well.
But also take into consideration, when you see the clips, it is 30 to 60 seconds of a 60-minute show. So some things it may present out of context, but it's okay. That means you should join us on the live stream so that you can understand the context.
Now, we normally end our show by giving each other smooches on the lips. But since I'm still not feeling well.
Can we do an Eskimo kiss?
What's Eskimo kiss?
Eskimo.
On the nose?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like.
Is that cultural appropriation?
We rub noses together. I don't know if that's the name anymore.
Should we be saying Eskimo kisses in 2026?
Can we just kiss with the nose? I apologize if I offended. I did not mean to.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it a thing.
Yes.
All right. Do we have any other comments before we close out?
Let's see.
None on WTF Nation Radio. Let's check here.
Just Paul saying, I can't see all of it because of this little heart. There are back in the day friends and future inspiration friends. Your time, though limited, I can't see what that says. And
time though limited, and where you invest is important.
Oh, okay. And we're sorry. There's a little heart that covers it, and I can't see. Like, why'd you put that heart there?
I've written to YouTube to get them to fix that.
Yeah, you can't see what a person says.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another live stream and another episode of the King and Me Show. I'm King.
I'm Michelle.
And we out. Peace. Uh-oh.
Screen go. Bye-bye.
Bye. We're gonna have to figure this out.
The screen is like, what's going on? What's happening?
Okay.
So I can talk about anything. Like I can talk for a really, really long time. But I
gotta get a new computer.
We gotta
get a new computer.
Okay. So let's say this. Oh. No, because that's gonna require thought. Here's some questions for you to ask on the emotions are extreme and really, wait. A question about relationships. So while he's still trying to figure this out, a question about relationships.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised that even after so many years of experience and maturity and 15 years of dating, me and my girlfriend fight over stuff. The emotions are extreme and really rattles us. I saw the same thing with my parents. I'm so sorry to hear that, Nero. That's not okay. Have you ever, and I know that King feels differently about this, but have you ever thought about like having couples therapy? Because y'all have been together since you were 17. So I know, 17. So I know that that's a long time. And I just want to, make sure that y'all are okay. But Nero, I want you to email us. So our email is thekingandmeshow@gmail.com, or hit us up on social media, because King did figure out how to end the stream, and we do have to stop because on WTF Nation, there's another show that comes on at 8, and we want to be courteous and respectful of that. But we would love to continue this conversation with you. So follow us on social, send us an email, connect with us so that we can continue, or just join us next week. Whatever you do, we thank you so much for joining. We thank you so much for your comments. To everyone out there, thank you so much. Y'all have a great evening and a wonderful week.